Wake Up with Jim and Saab is exclusively on Spotify.
If you want to start your own podcast, check out anchor.fm.
And if you want to be notified when we have new episodes, click the follow button on Spotify. If I slow down, will the ending be over? Welcome to Wake Up with Saab podcast. I have got to do something about this mic. It keeps spinning. It's driving me crazy. Yeah. Hey. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Sarap. I'm on a 2 days na akong social media detox.
2 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you because you're not seeing any spoilers.
For what?
For TV shows. I don't know when this is coming out, but yung Last of Us stuff, it's like HBO show right now. Alam mo, sobrang samang HBO show.
Ano?
The Staircase.
Hindi naman. Hindi naman.
So, backstory, sobrang binenta ko siya sa friends namin kasi we watched the documentary on Netflix like a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then, that was the documentary. And then it was like one of the first murder mystery stuff. Diba?
Yeah.
And then, sa HBO, it was a dramatization.
In fair, sayang lang talaga. Good acting.
Colin Firth was amazing.
Yeah. Toni Collette was great, but
Yeah. I do not recommend it. I retract. Kung kanino ko man siya binenta nung isang araw, don't bother.
sayang lang talaga na they just drowned it. They just stretched it out too long.
Yeah.
Social media detox. Also, by the way, I told the girls here, our girls here at home, I'm gonna do a veggie campaign.
Ooh, what does that mean?
Mag 1 week tayo, lahat dito sa bahay. No meat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Next week?
This week.
This week?
Oh.
Game.
Tapos may premyo sila.
Oh.
If they do it.
Paano kung mag-sneak in sila ng stuff?
Honesty system.
Honesty system. Okay, great. Well, speaking of honesty system, it's a very interesting topic that we're going to talk about today. And I think a lot of people are going to be able to relate to this. Utang culture.
Oh.
May experience ka ba dito? Or like, I'm sure you've heard of people complaining about yung mga hindi nagbabayad ng utang, mga ganon.
Yeah. Well, ako, personally, to toot my own horn, I'm very responsible with money.
Yeah. You are.
If I don't have it, I won't spend it.
Yeah. Very, very much. Yeah.
Like, or at least I can forecast very well.
Yeah.
Na parang, call me kuripot, but it's like, I'm not gonna spend this if I know that ito lang ang kinikita ko and,
Yeah.
Some people kasi assume that money just, I know people who think that way. Na,
Yeah.
Darating.
Yeah. Ako, ganun ako. Ayun, God will provide, bahala na.
But I think the main difference with you is, may ganun ka. Dati wild yung ganun mo.
Wild.
Right?
Yeah.
Pero, it was never, I truly believe, it was always because it was always for other people. Like, it was never like, bibili ako ng bag. It's bahala na. It was never that. It was let's get our friend a plane ticket. Let's buy this friend dinner.
You're making me sound like such a saint. Thank you.
Eh, totoo. I truly believe na if you're generous and you're medyo reckless, pagiging generous, it'll come back.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice thought. I can confirm based on experience. I think that might be true. But yun nga, yung ibang reckless masyado. We're not here to judge you. We're just here to kind of understand what's happening and slightly judge you.
I don't know, but is this a thing ba that's being talked about?
It's a thing, honestly. When I'm on social media, I see people lagi nagpaparinig na bayaran na sila. Have you never seen any cryptic posts?
Well, yung linya gumawa na.
Ganon.
Gumawa sila ng meme about utang.
That's how rampant it is. That's how normalized it is. Which
But
is,
that's not a Filipino thing, right? That's not.
I don't think so. I don't think it's a Filipino thing. Ako personally, sa household naman namin, parang at a very young age, tinuro sa amin na my mom was very strict about that. Like, she didn't even want us borrowing pencils or whatever of our classmates. And she told us, like, don't ever borrow. I don't know, she didn't really explain it well, pero that was ingrained in us na parang wag ka manghiram. Of course, syempre, nanghihiram pa rin ako ng mga intermediate pad. Nanghihiram aka kukunin tas never nasasoli. Sorry guys, pero ganoon naman tayong lahat sa grade school, di ba? Pero tama, natuto kami na hindi ka pwede mag-borrow ng toys, ng ganon. It's a good thing to have learned at a young age. Pero some people are more open to that. And we're gonna talk about the different types of mangungutang.
Okay.
People who borrow. Yung usual na, before that, yung usual na mga inuutangan ng mga tao are mga kamag-anak. That's a tricky one. That's very tricky because you can't say no. It's so hard to say no to a family member.
Ako marami akong mga kwento dito. Okay? But personally, like ako, dealing with it's been pretty easy for me. Like I just have I have one golden rule. Actually, recently, si Ali just asked for my help kasi someone was asking for money from him. Na hindi sila super close. It was out of the blue. Actually, si Ali yung maraming ganitong experience. Like,
yeah, I'm sure it's so hard for him to say no.
Oh, pero what I advised him is the golden rule is if it really is an emergency and it's because you know this person, you know ano yung values ng taong to, and just so happens that someone was hospitalized or someone like something like that, go for it. You can never, and then just assume na lang it'll never come back.
Yeah.
Parang if you really mean to help someone who is in trouble and was beyond his control, then go for it and assume it'll never come back. Like it's your tithe.
Yeah.
Pero if it is, someone who's a rampant gambler or someone na maybe
you can totally say no.
Dun ka magdalawang isip.
You can just say, yeah, you can say it. We're gonna give tips on how to say no or how to paano maningil mamaya. Ayun. So, aside from kamag-anak, some people actually borrow from their friends or the loan sharks.
Yun, rampant
that's
yun.
Scary. Money lending services, may mga ganun niya. May mga ganun ngayon mga parang sari-sari store, money lending, banks. Yeah, we've got loans from the banks, right? Pero, then, we are going to talk about yung different types of mangungutang. And let us know kung natamaan kayo dito or something. Hindi naman siya lahat masama ha, FYI. Okay. The first one is the paranormal activity. Sila yung mga taong nagpaparamdam lang pag kailangan mangutang. I-message ka lang randomly ng musta, tapos maya-maya mangungutang. Konting
So
small
parang
talk.
out of the blue.
Like you haven't talked to them in years. Biglang, wait, musta? And then they'll tell you like, actually, I need...
I've never experienced that.
I've never experienced that.
Maybe does it mean I was never friendly? Is that why Ali keeps getting all these things?
Maybe. Or it could mean that it's not easy to fool you. Sorry, Ali. No, Ali has a good heart, a
Kasi
golden
parang
heart.
every month meron si Aling kwento ganyan na.
Yeah.
Alam mo sino nag-message sa akin? Some random batchmate he hasn't talked to asking for money.
Oh my. Yeah, so there you go. That's the paranormal activity.
Okay.
The next is the utang for utang. Sila yung mga nangungutang para mabayaran yung ibang utang nila.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that mostly...
That's hard.
That's usually from mga gamblers.
Yun. So parang they use it as an extension. Parang financing, refinancing.
Na alam mo yung nakakatawa dito. So
I'm gonna keep grooming you.
So, nung high school, naging uso yung odds. Okay?
Explain nga what that is. I
Okay.
never got that. I hate it.
Okay.
Such
So,
a bad
So sa NBA,
thing.
in the NBA, like, there are games, right?
Yeah.
So, you can bet if, let's say, Lakers versus Celtics.
Yeah.
Okay? And then, let's say, Lakers plus, I'm not sure if this is correct, but from what I remember.
Oo,
Like,
kumari,
plus-
hindi ka na ganyan.
Ito nga yung kwento ko.
Okay, sige.
So, plus 10 ang Lakers.
Ah.
Meaning, the Lakers have to win.
Plus 10.
Hindi.
By 10?
Yung kalaban nila has to beat them plus 10. So let's say if the game is, if the score is, the final score is 11 to 10, tas nanalo yung Boston. Pero tumaya ka sa Boston Celtics, talo ka. Kasi they needed to beat the Lakers by 10
Okay,
or
got
more.
it.
Ganon. So may ganong complication.
Okay.
So it's not as easy as Saab versus Jim. Okay? Like, kuwari, let's say ganito. Ganito. This is how I explain it. So it's like saying LeBron James, okay, versus Manny Tanglao. One-on-one. Like, kuwari, in the MOA Arena. Okay, one-on-one, Manny Tanglao versus LeBron James. You'd say,
Manny ako tataya.
kuwari, so they would say, syempre, ang dali nun. If everyone was like, okay, everyone tayo kay LeBron, taya kay LeBron, right? So everyone would win.
Yeah.
Diba? So they have to balance it by saying LeBron has to beat Manny by 100 points.
Okay, got it.
So ganon. So
Okay.
so is it Manny
Okay.
who will
Okay,
have
okay.
to score 1 point?
Okay.
Ganon. Versus LeBron who has to score 100 straight.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I don't know why I even asked
Hindi, pero gets mo
about
na.
this. I get it now.
Kasi pero nakakatawa. This is a usual game I play with the Cheats boys. I always say, guys, what if it's an NBA team? Okay? And it's me, Manny, Kyle, Jason, and Enzo versus a full NBA team. Sama mo na si Ali sa team namin. What do you think the final score would be? As in, there's a ref, and then the NBA players are told na, guys, you need to win this because it's a fucking crucial game.
Okay.
So they're gonna be all out.
Yeah.
Ano yung plus minus nun? Meaning,
Siguro 200.
kulang yun, love.
300.
Feeling ko 500.
That's funny. Oh, anyway, so I'm having...
Wait, sorry, last. And then I did ask them. So tinanong ko si Manny one time. Sabi ko, if binigyan si LeBron, yung buong NBA team, right, ng dulcolax, like 10 dulcolax, and
Dulcolax should be paying ads to this
dulcolax and
podcast.
10 dulcolax and 10 ecstasy.
Dulcolax is to make you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Ecstasy is to make you horny?
No. It's a trip. Like, you parang fascinate on your senses.
Like acid?
No. I think it's like more of... I've never tried ecstasy. Okay?
Parang must feel...
From what my friends tell me, it's like it
feel.
parang I think it releases like it opens like parang bigla nagbukas ka ng faucet
Dopamine?
of serotonin.
Oh.
So like you're so happy about everything. Oh my god, the music, the sounds. Oh my god, the bass.
We are not endorsing this, guys.
Yeah. So imagine the NBA players na nakaganoon.
Okay.
Plus nakadulcolax.
So ilan pa? Ilan?
Ano kaya? May chance ba?
Hindi, walang chance.
Sabi ni
Wala.
Ali meron eh.
Wala. Absolutely none.
Parang meron. Kasi like, you like, they'll be like looking up.
Jason? Just kidding, Jason.
No, they're gonna be like looking up at the... They're gonna be looking at the roof, looking
I don't
at
think
the floor.
They're all gonna be tripping out at the same time.
They would.
Meron, may chance.
Tapos may arena music
may chance.
pa.
Okay, may chance.
Diba?
Okay, may chance.
Yan.
Lalo na kung si Kyle lang dadakdak, ganun. Na joke lang. Okay, so ang point nito is, when you were in, was it grade school or high school, maraming nabaon sa utang, di ba?
Yeah.
It's so bad, being part of this whole gambling thing at a young age.
Yeah,
Nauso talaga yan.
Yun yung trip. So parang ang nangyayari, may mga kaklase kami na nagiging bookie.
So bookie yung parang...
The bookie would be the one saying like, okay, saan ka tataya? Lakers ba? Or team cheats or team NBA Dulcolax, right?
Yeah.
So they'll collect the money.
Pero entrepreneurial yun, ano?
Medyo entrepreneurial siya.
Pag-bookie ka.
Yung hindi ko lang magets dito nung high school, kasi everyone was doing it. If someone refused nga to pay, how would it... I remember like people outside of the school coming.
You would be threatened, right?
Ganon.
Sheesh. Gosh, parang mafia. You don't want to get involved in that. So if that's still rampant at this day and age, tell your teachers.
You know what the difference?
Sumbongero,
You know
that's what I would
you know
do.
what the difference is?
Mm.
So states, they legalized gambling. So you can just put your credit card and you can...
Yeah, that's okay because I think as a kid, you wouldn't have a credit card.
Yeah.
So you can't do it.
Yeah, parang you can't, hindi ka makakataya.
Right? Pero you could still do it under the table. Right?
Yeah, pero at least it's legalized. Alam mo yun, parang there's a way to monitor it. Anyway,
Yeah,
the one time I did bet, it was 1,000 pesos because I am a hardcore Lakers fan.
Mm.
The next day, so the night before the game, I was like so nervous because like 1,000 pesos, this is all the, like, you know. And parang first quarter pa lang, I was destroyed.
Yeah.
Kasi alam kong no way.
Mm-hmm.
Sakit.
So you lost $1,000.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Hindi ka naman nangutang para bayaran yun.
No.
Hindi ka nag-utang for utang.
No.
Okay, that's good. Want more fun stuff outside our podcast? Come join our Podjon community.
You'll get access to exclusive content such as live coaching sessions, hangouts via Zoom, live podcast recordings, exclusive discounts, spontaneous live streams, and more.
Focus with me on our co-working sessions at Discord and let's be productive together.
Looking for career advice or fun recipes? Or do you just want to join on our jamming sessions with Pancho and Vito?
Took you a while.
Talagang literally nagja-jamming kami ni Pancho and Vito and we stream it live. Anyway, subscribe to jimandsab.com for just $5 and you'll get access to all of these.
We also have a monthly live coaching session, like we said, via Zoom where I talk to pod kids and give them advice. Yes, qualified life coach yarn.
And the best thing about this whole thing is 100% of our monthly proceeds go to our chosen beneficiaries in partnership with Cerebral Palsy Epilepsy Family Awareness and Support Group PH.
They are our heroes of the month, the children with special needs and their families. And this cause is especially close to our hearts because, well, you know why. So your subscription really means a lot to us.
We hope to see you on our next hangout. Nag-enjoy ka na, nakatulong ka pa.
Yay.
Love you. Thank you.
Thank you. So let's move on to the next type of mangungutang. The pabebe, pilitin mo ko type. Sila yung kaya namang magbayad pero kailangan papilitin para bayaran ka. Kailangan ng billing, gano'n. Okay. The next one is the Lady Gaga. Kapag singilan na, may million reasons kung bakit di pa makakabayad. This is funny.
Bakit
This is
million?
funny. That's a song by Lady Gaga. Giving me a million reasons. Give me a...
Ano ba to?
I bow down to pray. Now, this is from our producer.
Oh, our
That's
new
funny.
Purdue
Yeah.
AV.
Purdue AV. Shout out. This is funny. Next is The Politico. Ito yung laging nangangako pero di naman natutupad. Babayaran kita next month, promise. Oh, that sounds familiar. I don't know why I'm feeling like I've
You've had that.
Hindi, yung sa akin
No.
ninakawan ako. Sad. Yung sa akin, na-scam lang ako eh. Hindi.
Pero pwede mo ba ikwento yun?
Hindi, may nangutang sa akin.
Pero pwede mo ikwento yun?
Sa next episode na. Ito, utang. Magkwento ko yung utang.
I think it's...
Ito yung sa akin. So, nangutang siya. Apparently, meron ng maraming rumors na marami siyang utang dito. And then, nag-out of town siya. And then, she had this biglaang...
She was saying it was for cancer treatment,
No,
right?
no, it wasn't. It was for an ear surgery treatment. So, nangutang siya. And then, tama ka, Jim. Sabi ko, kasi I was about to go into having like a long-term working relationship with this person. So, I said, utang siya ng, I think it was 20,000. And then, sabi niya kasi, babayaran niya ako agad. So, sabi ko, ano kaya? I thought about it long and hard. And I said, okay, number one, if she actually really needed emergency ear surgery, I wouldn't want to not give her help, right?
Yeah.
So, and at the time, I was lucky enough to afford lending that cash. So, sabi ko, okay, I'm gonna lend it to her because if she actually needed it, at least natulungan ko siya. And number two, if she doesn't pay me back, at least I can really say like, damn, like, hey guys, confirmed scammer to. So yun. So I lent it to her. In fairness, nabayaran niya ako agad.
Wow.
Although strangely, nakalipad siya the next day and then people were telling me like, you can't fly after ear surgery. I was like, ewan ko. Anyway, ang ending is I didn't end up working with her for a long time because she really was very sketch.
Wait. So paano siya naging
Nangutang siya. Dahil yun lang. Yung experience ko sa utang.
Okay.
Nangutang siya. Nagbayad naman siya. Pero may ibang red flags about her, which we will not get into. Pero yun lang. Yun yung experience ko sa pag-utang, sa pagpapautang. Okay? So after the politiko, nasasabihin, babayaran kita next month, promise. Ito naman the social media show off. Naku, ang dami ko nakikita ganito I mean, ito yung mga case na pinaparinggan ng mga kaibigan ko. Nakakatawa. Parang, why do we have friends na laging nagpaparinig na bayaran? Ito yung mangungutang sa'yo kasi kailangan ng pera, hindi magbabayad, pero makikita mo yung IG stories or Facebook post na nasa bakasyon, nagko-concert, or kung ano-anong binibili.
Kaya nagagalit yung tao, right?
Oo, mga parang wow! Mga ganun. Mga wow, nakapag hayop, may meet and greet.
Can you guys
saya ng bora
can you go to can you share some of the things you saw or yung mga ganitong experience nyo sa Pod Kids After Party?
Yes, yung mga
on Facebook.
Yung mga own experiences nyo or experiences ng friends nyo.
Kahit screenshot nyo lang yung mga parinig.
And you don't have to name names if you don't wanna do it. Second to the last is the makakalimutin. Sila yung daig pa ex mo kung kalimutan yung existence mo and existence ng utang nila sa'yo. What utang? Okay. And then, the last one is the best. Green flag alert. Sila yung kusang magbabayad, walang need ng reminder, high chance na papautangan mo sila ulit. That's the kind of utangero that you wanna be. Honestly, kasi kung mangungutang ka, here's my advice. Kung if you really actually do need to borrow money, which like I don't recommend you borrow money for frivolous reasons. Oy, Google na yung frivolous. Charot. But if you actually really need money, okay lang naman to borrow. Ang sa akin lang, charot. ang advice ko lang is, don't lie about when you are able to pay it back. Be realistic. If it will take you a year to pay it off, then say so. Just don't na create like this fantasy. Kasi ikaw lang yung masa-stress dyan. Tapos you're gonna ruin a relationship. So be honest about it na, I really wanna pay you, but if I get a lump sum, if I'm able to pay a lump sum, I'll do it. But realistically, I'll be able to pay you in 2 years or whatever. If okay, parang if okay lang. I think that's better to hear. Diba?
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi parang at least honest.
Ako, if you are, let's say, if for non-emergency utangs, okay?
Paano kung kumara to? Here's the scenario. What if may sale na flights na kailangan ko kunin today eh? Kasi kung hindi, kung maghintay ako hanggang bukas, tataas na siya. Pwede ba? Worth it? Is that a reason na mangutang ka?
Ako hindi. I think,
diba?
for me, the only reason or the only time kailangan mo mangutang, if for non-emergency, okay, again for non-emergency, is if it's an opportunity where you can earn money. Kasi parang, for me, if you can't afford a vacation, then don't go on a fucking vacation.
Yeah.
Parang ganun.
Totoo.
Parang, if let's say, my gadget, And you need
Or
that.
go on a vacation that you can afford.
Hindi, kasi kung here's the difference. Like, I wanna buy the new iPhone and wala akong cash pero alam ko sweldo ko next week or something. So, utang ako. May discount.
Oh, babayaran mo naman agad though.
For me, it's no.
No?
No. Parang for me,
Ako okay lang sa akin yun.
ako hindi. Parang,
It's like, it's money that you have in 5 days. So,
hindi. Kasi
here I am again.
you know why? Kasi parang you're establishing a discipline eh. That's not good. Parang,
Pero, nakatipid ako. So I win, you win, because I'm paying you
how does
right
that
back.
person win though?
Because it deepens our friendship, Charot.
Hindi.
Hindi, kung I guess it depends on your relationship, diba? I personally have not borrowed from anyone except the bank. And feeling ko lang, ako kasi, I'm the type na, if you're my best friend, tapos may sale ngayon or whatever, or na makakatipid ka, I'd be like, yeah, go, game. Meron mo naman ako bukas, diba? Game.
Yeah, tama.
Kung I really know who you are, and I'm like,
gets.
go, oh my gosh, that's such huge savings.
Ako ang sinasay ko, again,
Kilala mo yung sarili mo, ganun.
to the TikTok aggregator, for non-emergency stuff, I just feel like the only reason na kailangan mo utang is because you feel like you're gonna, by getting this money, you will be able to earn more, pay them back, and then start earning, for example. It's an opportunity. Let's say
that's you and your entrepreneurial spirit.
I need a camera because I have a wedding to shoot and I'll be paid as a photographer.
So it's like an investment?
Parang ganon. Like parang the point of the kasi gets ko naman yung utang culture because it's not easy to get a bank loan.
Yeah.
Okay, like,
and the interest rates are crazy.
Like one of our best friends, like they started a business and then I advised them, say, go get a bank loan na lang. Kasi they were asking me for money. And like we had terms and stuff. Pero ganito, kahit naman ganon, na, let's say, I say, okay, I'll give you interest, I'll charge interest, right? Kikita ako. But the thing is like, nakakatakot for the friendship. So I said, get a bank loan. They checked it out. It's crazy. You know, it's not that easy. It requires a lot of documents and all these things.
Yeah.
So I do understand. So I'm not against that. I only feel like the only time na kailangan mo for non-emergency stuff, umutang, is if there's an opportunity for you to grow your money.
You know,
and you need the cash right now. So it's just about cash flow management.
Hayop. I love cash flow management, as if I do it.
You do.
But like, yeah, I like the idea of it. But you know what? I'm sure this is not a sponsored episode, by the way, but I'm sure there are banks and mga government offices that have good terms. Nakikita ko yung podkids, they talk about that a lot of time. So if you have any tips, maybe we could start a thread on the podkids after party.
Or you can just go to jimandsab.com. Meron kaming lending service.
Gago. Lending service. Ginamit yung hero
Pero guys,
funds.
ganito, we had an experience. We knew someone na nag-loan shark. Baboy.
Wild.
Baboy talaga. As in, of course, the person was in need at that moment. Ito naman, that was an example of, okay, good call. Like, magiging OFW siya, right? And in order para maging OFW, she needed money.
To help fix her documents and stuff.
Parang for 10,000, for example. And then, yung interest nung una parang 10%. And then biglang 20. And then 30. Wild. And then, ang nangyayari, yun naman talaga eh. Ganun ang nangyayari. Actually, ganun yung mafia, sabi.
She never would have been able to pay it off.
Nakakatawa, ganun ang mafia. Yeah. Kaya yung mga, all the mobster movies we watch, it's loan sharking.
Yeah. So, yeah. Ano yung best way na sumingil, Jim? Kung ikaw? Diretsahan.
Ano ba to? Friend ba to? Yeah?
I guess, kung nagpag-utang ka.
Ako, diretso lang. Hey man, it's, I need the cash na.
Ako rin actually, hindi. Nakakatawa kasi, pag kunwari, dinner out, diba? Tapos KKB. Tapos ikaw muna magabayad. Tapos parang kakalimutan na, pag uwi na. Hindi ako nahihiya sa friends ko.
Hey guys.
Sabi ko talaga na parang, here you go. And then sila naman parang, ayaw nga pala. You know, kasi it's like, Etiquette.
Yeah.
Etiquette.
Ako parang, bakit ka mahiya?
Ba't ka mahihiya?
Tayo na nagpautang ka na nga eh.
Oo, kasi, walang hiya-hiya
Walang
dito.
hiya dito. Just send, hey, it's this day. You owe me this.
Yeah, I'm paying my credit card. Here it
Yeah,
is.
can you transfer na?
Yeah. And that's it. Yeah, don't feel shame for
Is that
getting
a thing? People are shameful of... Hindi. Kasi I think kaya nga medyo...
Nahihiya talaga singil lang mga
Hindi,
tao.
kaya medyo murky nga yung this topic na to kasi there are emergencies, diba? So let's say,
Hindi, kaya nga dapat you don't lend kung hindi mo naman kayang mag-lend. Diba?
Hindi, pero let's say, I'm trying to put myself, when we had that 60, 70 day hospital stint, well, number one, if we didn't have our medical insurance, technically, umutang tayo sa parents ko. Right?
Yeah.
So that's where it gets tricky. Like, how... So let's say if in this podcast, like, baka what if my parents said like, yeah, we don't know how... Hindi nga namin alam paano singilin si Jim eh. Kasi it was a sensitive thing. Kunwari lang.
Yeah.
If it is a sensitive thing, gets ko yun. That's the difficult part. Maybe, if that's the case, if you lent someone money and it was a very dire situation, then maybe just open up the conversation like that. Na,
Before lending, baka magandang just lay it out na.
Yeah,
diba?
That's a good
Parang don't
tip.
worry about it right now. I'll take care of it and then we'll discuss it later on.
Oh yeah, and then
Diba?
siguro when the time, paano when later on comes na, anong gagawin mo?
Then you can talk about it. Open it up. Can we talk about that?
I would say na you open it up by saying na, hey, I hope everything's doing well, ganyan, and I know it was a really tough time. I hope but just wanted to let you know I'm going, then share na what you need to do with the money.
I wouldn't ask you if I didn't need it.
I didn't need it.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe that would be nice.
Yeah.
Ayun. So, asa na tayo? Okay. So, yun. You can do your style. Figure out your style. Are you into direct confrontation? Are you into parinig? Like the ones I see on Twitter a lot. Or it's nice to give option to pay in installment. I think that would work if hindi talaga kaya ng tao bayar ng buo. Or this is like, I'm iffy about this, get collateral. Parang,
weird yun.
Ganun, akin na cellphone mo. Parang, ako, kung ganun, malamang friendship over na, so parang why bother?
Yeah.
Diba? Parang, na?
Or like,
pero what if kailangan mo talaga yung pera? Kaya ngayon yung rule kung hindi mo afford, if you can't afford to lose it, you can say no. You can say no, okay? If it's your savings, and you actually have savings na at least, 3 months worth of savings that you really are strict about. If it's over 3 months, yeah, okay, maybe you can share a little bit. You can afford to lose it. Meaning, tama si Jemmy, kung magle-lend ka, assume mo nang hindi mo na makikita yan. Like, assume the worst, okay? Kasi minsan, sila pa yung mga galit kapag singilin mo sila eh.
Yeah.
And when that happens, honestly, I think it's a good way to weed out the people from your life. Diba? Parang, I don't really think I want this person in my life kasi bakit ganun yung reaction niya. So, you know what? Yeah. That cleared it for me. You know?
Yeah. Ako naman, my is, again, if it's not an emergency and you don't need, kumbaga, and you don't have the money for something and it's something that you just really want to enjoy, unless the savings are incredibly and you can guarantee you can pay it, wag ka na mangutang.
Yeah. And you know what? I believe that we're all adults here. If you're not an adult, you shouldn't be listening to this podcast kasi nagmumura kami. Pero we're all adults here. Ang recommendation ko, especially if you are gonna enter into an agreement with your even if it's your friend, even if it's kamag-anak, it's best to put it on paper just so walang mga, akala ko sabi mo ganito. Hindi ko sinabi yun, never ko sinabi yun. Like, put it all on paper and then say, here it is, here's what it is. Okay, this is look fair to you. Okay ba? Are you sure? Okay, ganito yung terms natin. Okay. Then every ganito, magbabayad ako. And if I don't pay, please nudge me or kulitin mo ako. It makes it easier. It saves your relationship from any parang, ay, nakakaya maningil eh. Hindi, sinabi niya na okay lang. Dapat anuhin ko. So it's really good. Open communication, as always, is the key. Okay? Now, before we say goodbye, I also want to say I love our Facebook group, our community, the Podkids After Party. And meron tayong shout out ngayon sa mga bikers natin na Podkids. If you are a biker, there's currently a Facebook post sa Wake Up with Jim and Saab Podkids After Party group calling for cyclists who want to join a group ride. They call themselves Podjack. Cute. So if you're a biker and you want to join rides with your fellow Podtibs, you can join our Facebook group. It's in the show notes. The link is in the show notes. So there you go. You can also go to jimandsab.com. There's also a link there that you can just click. And yeah.
Do you know that well, since last chika.
Go.
It was so nice to see na ang daming mga nakalinya-linya na yung magbigay daan na shirts namin.
Oh yeah, on the road.
Hindi, kasi there was a protest in Makati.
Oh yeah.
Which was successful.
Oh, so hindi natanggal yung bike lane?
Pumayag ang Ayala, I think
Grabe talaga. It's really, that's for a different podcast episode.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.
We back.
On Meta.
We back.
Join the new official group for Afterpod Kwentuhans at bit.ly/podkidsafterparty.
Also, we always love hearing what you guys think. So share your stories and tag us on Instagram at Wake Up with Jim and Saab, at Jim Bacaro, and at Saab Mangalona.